morning, good morning. Not such a good day today, it's raining, but it's Friday and I've done 7 days of the vlog so far. So celebrate time, yeah? Today I'm just gonna go quickly and meet my friend Ed and get some Starbucks and do a bit of admin. So that's where I'm going now. And then later I want to talk to you a bit about TikTok and what I've found on the platform over the last 6 months and how I think it might help fight forever. Just wanted to give a quick side note. Probably think, Jesus, he goes to Starbucks a lot. The reason I do it is when I first started self-employed, I used to go into Starbucks just to get a coffee and there'd always be people working in there. I'll be like, what the hell are they doing working here when they can work at home? But having been self-employed for full-time nearly 7 years, I get it now. You need to get out of the house. If you're working at home on your own all the time, it's just nice to get out your house and be amongst other people. You don't even have to chat to them. But yeah, it just feels like a different scenario and a different scenery, and it just helps lift the mood a bit. I go and meet Ed because he's in exactly the same situation as me. He's a videographer as well, and it's just nice to meet up and chat, but also get some work done. Weirdly, when I go to Starbucks, you think, oh, I'd just go drink coffee and chat to Ed all the time, but actually I get more work done in Starbucks than I do at home because, strangely, there's less distractions in the sense when I'm at home, kind of meander about, think, oh, I need to clean this a bit, or go make some lunch, and then lunch lasts for an hour and a half. Whereas Starbucks, I can have a little chat with Ed, and then I can get my head down for an hour and get some work done, and have another little chat. And I find it works well, so I spend quite a lot of time up there, just gets me out of the house and gets a bit more work done in total, really. Someone once said that no 2 days in the UK are exactly the same, and it is so true. Like yesterday was glorious sunshine. It's still cold, but it was lush, and then today we've just had absolute tearing down with rains. Ever wondered what the origin of the logo was for Starbucks? Well, when they started the company, the owners, they wanted to use a name from Moby Dick, the captain of Moby Dick. But it was a rubbish name, and the branding team decided to use the name of the first mate of the captain in Moby Dick, which was Starbuck. And this logo is a sea siren because they liked the romance of the sea and the idea of it. So they used a sea siren as the logo, and the name is Starbuck, the first mate of the captain in Moby Dick, but they added an S because it sounded a little bit better. So there you go, now you know. I mentioned at the start of the video I was going to talk to you a bit about TikTok and why I think it will be good for Fight Forever. Now, for those of you out there that don't know what TikTok is, it's basically another social media platform alongside Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram, and whatever else you can think of. So yeah, it's another thing to kind of add into the business, but I think it's a great one because it plays into my strengths slightly because it's a video-based platform, in the sense that the feed is just videos, there's no text or anything, not like Twitter or Facebook, or it's basically the video version of Instagram. Stories is kind of like Instagram stories. So I'm going all over the place here, but you'll bear with me and you'll get it. It was originally called music.ly, Musical.ly, I suppose. And it was initially, in the nicest possible sense, young girls miming to music and posting the videos online. But then it was, I think, bought out by a Chinese company and renamed TikTok. And it's evolved massively, especially over the last 6 months that I've been on it. When I went on there initially, yeah, there was a lot of young girls miming to music, and I thought, this is a bit wrong for someone my age to be on here. But as I delved a bit deeper and kind of started using the platform, I realised that it's very different to what I expected it to be and what most people's perceptions of it are. So what I've noticed in the last 6 months is, and these are key things for a social network, is the demographic is now huge on it. So when you look at other social media networks like Facebook, Twitter, we'll go for the big ones, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, they all have pretty defined kind of target markets or demographics. So Facebook is a lot of people my age, between the kind of 30, from the 30 upwards bracket. A lot of my generation grew up with it and are on it. Twitter has a bit broader demographic, but I would say there's definitely a defined type of person on there, and again it's probably of the older generation, trying to be kind. Then you've obviously got Snapchat at the other end of the scale, which my niece and nephew, I don't know if they still use it, but they were using it avidly, and it was like the only network they were on in their teens. And then obviously Instagram is more 16 to 30, and then obviously a few other demographics within that, but that's the core. Whereas TikTok is there's a massive growing community of over 30s, over 40s, and then obviously you've got the younger community and then 20s. So the broad range on there is massive, and it's got 1.5 billion people have downloaded TikTok, and I think I read somewhere 1.2 billion use it actively, so that's a massive portion of the market. So how does it work for Fight Forever and my brand, and what I'm thinking about it is, at the moment I'm still testing out how it works and what's best content to post. I don't know if I can show you quickly, but basically I've been posting a few things over the last week or so. I spent the first few months just watching and seeing what people were posting, and then over the last couple of weeks I've been a bit more active on it. And the engagement against something like YouTube at the moment for video is massive. Like, I would post a video on TikTok and there's one on there that's got over 300 views, and I got them 300 views in like 10 minutes. Whereas on YouTube it'd probably take me like 6 months to get 300 views on my current videos. But I think for my brand, with the main demographic of people on there being from like 30 all the way up to 45, 50, and my brand being more of a generic kind of brand in the sense it can be targeted at anyone, I think I can't deny those figures of 1.5 billion, and because my product I can ship wherever. Again, my market is open worldwide rather than just kind of a local business area. So I am putting a lot of effort in TikTok because A, I like the medium, it's video based, which I love, but B, there's obviously a massive market there, and C, I think it's a new, I say new platform, it's been around for a while but it's still being kind of discovered, and I've noticed recently that quite a few celebrities are coming over to the platform, and kind of integral people within the social media sphere are jumping on the platform, which always indicates to me that it's around to stay. But the good thing is it's still in its infancy, so I can hopefully, with the brand Fight Forever, kind of build that up as quick as possible, hopefully, because the speed in which people are joining TikTok is just going skyrocketing, so I need to get on it quickly. But I would like to think, because it's still a new platform in a lot of people's minds, that if I can push on there and get established, that when huge waves of people come onto the platform, then I'm already established on there and anyone else is playing catch up. So that's a bit why I love TikTok. So the main reasons are 1.5 billion people have got it on their phones. The demographic is quite broad, and celebrities and important influencers are endorsing the platform, which tells me that it's going to stick around. So I think there are three main factors you want to look at when you're promoting on a new social network. So I'm going to continue trying out TikTok, testing it. There's some videos that got, like, in the grand scheme of things, there's some videos that people put up and they get 1 million views in a day, whereas I'm putting up videos and they're getting like 100 views. But for me, that's good. That means that there is some kind of traction on there, so I just need to kind of tweak things and work out things, and I'll probably talk about it more on this channel in the videos as I go along, what I'm noticing in that and what I'm discovering, and hopefully you guys can jump on the platform as well and learn from my mistakes, and also follow if anything works for me. If you are already on the platform, leave your name down below, your handle I suppose it's called, and I'll come follow you, and come follow me, and we can have a go on TikTok together and see what works. If you're not on TikTok, definitely get it, try it out. There's no harm if you're running a business or just want to grow a brand in trying it out. What have you got to lose? You don't necessarily have to be in front of the camera, like doing it straight to the phone. There's loads of people on there that do kind of stuff where they're behind the camera and talking. But yeah, give it a try. Come and follow me. I'm just Mark Asplin HQ. I'll leave a link down below, and let's see what it's all about. Right, so welcome to my second office. Yep, the dining room table. It's not even a dining room table because it's in the lounge, but this is basically my second office when my kids are asleep. My son because I can't use my desk in that while he's asleep, so it's out of bounds after about 7 o'clock at night. This evening, after I last spoke to you, I have actually been going back and forth in my head of like, so I've got all the socials set up, we spoke about that the other day. I've got some ideas of how I want to move forward, but the biggest problem is it's like a catch-22 situation at the moment. Is I want to promote my socials and go, hey, look at me, like this is my brand and da-da-da-da. But I've got nothing on the socials. It's just like a chicken or the egg scenario. I don't know, I need content for the socials, but I want to promote the socials to get people interested, to hopefully get more content. So I've kind of been racking my brain over that all this evening, and then I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna get Photoshop up and design a couple of t-shirts, and I put it out to my friends and a few people I know to see what designs they thought worked best, and unanimously they all came back with the same design, which is good because it means that there's like a clear kind of path or winner for a certain design. So it's given me a clear idea of how to move forward. So I'm thinking the next step is to get a couple of samples done with the logo on, and get a few people wearing it, take some pictures. Listened to a podcast quite a while ago with a guy who set up a t-shirt company years ago, and he said one of the best things he'd done when he first started out was literally got one t-shirt, went round to all of his mates and put the t-shirt on and took a picture, put it online, so that on Instagram or whatever social network he was using at the time, there's all these images of different people in the t-shirt, but what they didn't know is obviously it was the same t-shirt. So, but to the person looking on the social media account, it looked like loads of people were buying the t-shirt and that. So something I'm tempted to do as like a little bit of guerrilla marketing, but I need a t-shirt for that. So this evening I've been kind of designing and looking at different t-shirt companies. To buy a one-off t-shirt, it's really expensive, but I think I've got to just kind of suck it up for now, and get some feedback on what the actual t-shirt looks like. It's alright looking at a design, but getting the actual t-shirt on someone and how it looks is a completely different prospect. So I think that's what I'm going to do next and look more into over the weekend. I think things will move quite fast next week because there's tangible things that I can do, like ordering this t-shirt, and need to set up a few other things which are more, I'm waiting on people to get back to me about, but once that's all done then I can move forward, and there'll be a few more kind of interesting things in the vlog about the actual brand. This week's been mostly about sorting myself out and sorting all the little peripheral things out, but I'm getting towards the end of that now and can finally move forward. The reason I was going backwards and forwards with social media is because on Sunday night I want to kind of do an experiment on Twitter. So years and years ago, literally like 8 years ago, when I first heard of Gary Vee and I read his book Crush It, he mentioned how about he used to spend a ridiculous amount of time on Twitter just chatting to people about, at the time his company was to do with wine, and he would get involved in conversations about wine and things like that, and it really built up his Twitter profile and following, because organically he would never push his Twitter account or like what he was doing, but by organically like chatting and getting in conversations, people go to his page and then check out what he was all about, and then obviously go to the wine website and whatnot. So on Sunday night, I'm a big NFL fan. My team is in the national finals, the national conference finals. So there's 2 games on Sunday night. So it's about 7 hours worth of NFL football on Sunday night, which anyone who follows NFL, if you go on Twitter while it's on, it is just absolute carnage. There's just tweets and tweets and tweets and tweets about NFL and the games. So I feel like that's my prime opportunity to get involved and start building up the Twitter side of things and my Twitter account. So I'm going to try that on Sunday. I'm going to vlog it, so it's a little extra video across the weekend, and hopefully we get some good results from it. I'll put that video up and hopefully chat about it and whatnot. But yeah, other than that, it's kind of the end of today. Shall I show you a quick preview of the t-shirt? Shall I? Yeah, okay, go on then. So it's just on there. Can you see it? But that's enough. That's enough. That is enough. Let's get that back. I feel like this week has been slow, but I feel there's been a bit of progression as well. I know that's kind of counteracting each other, but I think next week, as I say, because I've put things in place this week, next week it will go a lot faster and can really start pushing forward things. So if you're enjoying the vlog so far, if this is your first time, check out the other videos. But if you're enjoying the vlog so far and you haven't yet subscribed, it would be amazing if you could subscribe. It just lets me know that people are actually interested in what I'm doing and keeps me pushing on to do more. If you can like the video, that always helps with YouTube algorithms and putting it out to more people. And leave a comment below, tell me what you like about the vlogs, what you don't, what you want to see more of, what you think of the brand, if you're going to follow me on socials, what you think about my sandwich choice from the other day, anything. I just want to chat to people and get to know people who are watching the video, so definitely leave a comment below. Subscribe if you haven't, because it would be amazing, and have a good weekend, and I'll see you back on Monday.